Was there a time before the pandemic? It's been so long. Well, I will tell you this, Greg. I ran for the council this last November, and so I started in January and quickly became the mayor pro tem. And as you know, Pelzer has been without a full council for a very long time. We had our former mayor experience some illness for a year, and then one council member quit. And so I ran for mayor this summer and became mayor, so it's been quite the year. My own business, Milltown Players, of course, had to shut down in mid-March, but we recently had another special election, and we finally have a full council for the first time in a very long time. So we're excited about that. But, you know, we started off pretty quickly in January before the pandemic, trying to figure out what we can do in Pelzer quickly so that people can start seeing tangible results. It's been so long since people have seen things get done here in Pelzer. And that's what they want to see. They want to see things get done, no matter how small. Because all the little things add up to the big things. And we're excited about what's happening here. Well, you know, Pelzer is in the perfect location. We are right at the intersection of two highways, state highways, Highway 8 and Highway 20. And Highway 8 is what I call the real southern connector. We have so many trucks and cars coming through here, connecting from 385 to 85, about 10 to 12,000 cars a day. And on Saturdays when we have Clemson football games, you can barely get out of your driveway. But Pelzer is also about 30 minutes from everywhere, or less. Greenville, Anderson, Easley, Simpsonville. We've got that 30-minute radius of all these people who are close to Pelzer. And we've got 3 miles of riverfront property. We're right on the Saluda River, which not many towns can boast. So the location of Pelzer is ideal. This is a little old mill town, which was founded in 1881, and it still has that quaint feel. We've got 2 little mill villages, the upper and the lower mill village, and our main street, Highway 8, which we call Levy Street here in Pelzer. And we annexed as a full community, a full town, only about 6 or 7 years ago. Before that, it was only about 4 streets when we incorporated in the early 50s. So things have really started to change, and people have started to take notice of Pelzer and the opportunity that exists here. As a bedroom community, you can live here. The residential market is very affordable. We've got the best school district in the state, Anderson 1. And you can live here and work in Greenville or Anderson or wherever you like. So we've got a lot of great things going for us.
What are the challenges of balancing the people who've lived here their whole lives with the people making it a bedroom community? What are the challenges of that for a small town?
You know, that's a great question. And I think that many of the towns in Anderson County experience the same thing. Of the folks who've lived here and maybe worked in the mill and their families have been here for generations, they're hesitant to embrace change and to embrace new folks. And rightly so, because, people who have lived here their whole lives, they remember back in the heyday and when they were children, when everything was bustling and the mill ran everything and took care of everything and everybody was poor, but they just didn't know because everything was given to them, it was provided for them. Recreation and activities and great schools and churches and entertainment. Everything was provided for you, and so they remember those golden years or those good old days, so to speak. And when the mill closed, everything else kind of went with it. And so we've been somewhat defunct for several decades, and we're just now seeing the beginning of what I see as a rebirth. So we're very excited about that. We are trying to embrace the future, to reinvent what Pelzer is and what it can be. We know that it's full of potential, and we are seeing young families start to move here because the housing is affordable, it's near their work, and they want that small town feel. Well, Greg, one of the first things I wanted to do was to establish branding for the town of Pelzer. You know, if you open a business, you have to think of these things. Who are we? What is our message? What are we all about? What do we want the world to know about Pelzer? What do we want them to think about when they think about Pelzer? And so we worked with a local graphic design company out of Anderson, and we've had some forums with residents to contribute to the ideas. And we have come up with something that I'm really proud of. A brand new logo, we're gonna have a new website, letterhead, business cards, etc. That will also inform our new signage that we are going to need for Pelzer. And a municipal flag, the first flag that Pelzer has ever had. You know, we got a request from the county. They wanted all of the towns in Anderson County to give them a town flag to fly, I believe, at the Civic Center. And we didn't have one. We've never had one, not an official one. And so we worked with this graphic design company called Lunchbox Creative, and they did a great job. And we're gonna reveal all of this actually next week. So I'm very excited to do that and to expand this brand so that when folks think Pelzer, they think something that is very positive. The things that we just talked about. We've been looking at our history. All of the branding is founded in our history and who we are, and also who we want to be. So it's very exciting.
How will having a full slate of representatives here help move ahead in Pelzer? You said it's the first time you've really gotten all that pulled together.
Well, we worked most of this year with only 3 of the 5. And through further special elections, we now have the full 5, mayor and 4 council. And it is great to have a full group because of the wealth and variety of ideas and more people to put to work, so to speak, so we can get some things done. We've got residents in this town who are very active and want to see change, and we've enjoyed embracing them and working with them to do some special events. And you know, just to have, like I said, the variety of voices, so that I believe with those diverse voices and the multiple voices and ideas that we will ultimately come to better ideas than just one person can do by themselves.
How many people live in Pelzer?
About 1,200. We're around 1,200 right now. Oh, I would love to talk about that. Now, Greg, I don't know if you know this or not, but there are no taxes in Pelzer. There are no business licenses in Pelzer. And so our funding is very small. We have a little bit of hospitality funds, and we have put those to work this year. And what we've tried to do is really look at everything across the town and improve a little bit of everything. So in terms of our streets, we've had several streets repaved with help from Anderson County. We have upgraded all of our town lighting to LED lighting. We are adding new lights along Levy Street, our main street, and also in the Monkey Park. It's going to be very bright at night. And in terms of the Monkey Park and also Wardlaw Park, we've replaced the swings. We've got plans to repaint the swing sets. We bought a new ADA swing set I'm very excited about for the Monkey Park. We're going to clean up and paint the picnic shelter and the restroom in the Monkey Park. We have removed all dead and dangerous trees and low limbs so that folks feel safer and things are open up and it feels more like a park. We've put a lot of emphasis on trying to clean up all of our public areas and keeping them clean and neat and keeping the grass cut and picking up trash so that things look nice and feel more inviting to our residents and those who are visiting us. Here in the gym, we have replaced our lighting in the gym with new LED lighting, added a water fountain. We've re-landscaped the front here in front of the gym. And at our baseball fields, we replaced all of the old broken lights. At the baseball fields, we're about to install a new septic tank for the concession stand. It's going to be renovated so it can be used again. And let's see what else. There's so much we've done this year. Let me think. Of course, we talked about the branding. We're in the process of commissioning our first mural. It's going to be a new Pelzer mural on the side of one of our businesses down here. I'm excited about that. And like I said before, we are talking with investors and folks who want to be a part of the rebirth of Pelzer. So those are just a few things we've been working on, but we're trying to hit a little bit of everything. We also have a new appliances for our community building. We just received word we received a PARD grant for new HVAC for our community building as well. So we'd like to restore all three of our historic properties, which would be the gym, the old hospital, and the community building. That's at the top of our list for 21, and also helping those new businesses get on their feet. So a lot is going on in Pelzer. We're so excited that it is, and we invite you to be a part. Our county council has been absolutely supportive. I have met several times this year with Rusty Burns and also Steve Newton, and also our representative Cindy Wilson, who continues to be very supportive of us. Not to mention Senator Mike Gambrell and also Ann Thayer. They have found funding for us for special projects to help us out since we do not have taxes currently. And one thing the county is working with us on is a huge project for the lower mill. We have some major drainage issues down there. When we got that huge rain this year, it flooded many of the yards, and it's a big problem. And it's not just 1 or 2 yards, it is a systematic problem down on the lower mill that was left when the mill closed. The mill used to take care of everything, all the ditches and all the drainage. And now that that's gone, we have to figure things out for ourselves. But Anderson County is working with us with some engineers to figure out how to fix that problem once and for all, finding some grant money. So this partnership between Pelzer and our county administrator and representatives has been very fruitful, and we're just very thankful for their support and looking out for us up here at the corner of Anderson County. 2021 cannot get here soon enough. We have some big things in the works that I cannot divulge. We have some new businesses coming to town. For the first time in a long time, we opened up our first new business this year, a photography studio next door. Very excited about that. But next year, 21, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 new businesses to announce once everything's in place. We're going to see some new construction on the old mill sites. Can't talk about that yet either. But it's the first new construction that this town has seen probably since the 1960s. I mean, think about that. That says something. So we're working with these new folks and bringing them to Pelzer and showing them the potential. Let me tell you, if I had money, I would be investing in Pelzer today. I would be buying up these mill houses. But of course, being a former public school teacher and a community theater director, I'm not exactly rolling in the money right now. But for those investors that are, this is the place you need to be looking at. We are so excited about what is going to happen in 21. We've got some things that Council has been talking about. We're going to have a work session sometime, hopefully this month, to plan out the year, to have a year plan and a 5-year plan, because I really do believe, truly, that in the next 5 years, we're going to see a rebirth of Pelzer, and folks are going to want to have a part of that.
And where can people follow all this progress and what's going on?
Well, as I said, we're redoing our website. It's older, and we're going to update it and make it more user-friendly. Also, we have an active Facebook page, Town of Pelzer. And those 2 places are the best places to look. But also, if you want to follow my personal Facebook page, Will Ragland, I put everything on there. And if you want to know what's happening as excited what's happening in Pelzer. Check those two places and you'll know everything.